Hello everyone, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. I'm going to do a painting like this one tonight, like my horizontal swipe that I did. So I've done one of these in blues and now I had a request for greens. And in this one, she actually liked it, but she requested maybe a little bit less of the turquoise color and a little bit less of the gold. And I admit, the gold really took over because I layered it on top. So I'm going to make another one. She will either choose one of them or she said she might actually like both of them to go together. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get started. Let's paint. All right, so a little bit about my colors really quick. So I have this really pretty, this is, originally I had used sap green. This is a, more of an olive green, and I mixed in black with it because I do want some contrast. Most of my other colors are pretty light. I also made my own emerald green this time. I did have a tube, but you can see how close the colors are. This was Brilliant Green by Amsterdam and Turquoise Blue, and it made this beautiful green color. I have just a tiny bit of a regular Brilliant Green to go in there. And then I also have a turquoise blue, a turquoise green, sorry, a gold, which I'm not going to use as much of. And then my majority of the painting will be this beautiful emerald green, phthalo green. Goodness, I can't talk. And then I do have a little bit still of my pearlescent green to maybe try in there too. So I'm going to get started. I again felt like maybe I should do a gradient, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to swirl them all like I did before so that it's kind of even throughout the painting. I want the eye, because it's a horizontal swipe, I want the eye to kind of flow back and forth, not necessarily up and down with the gradient. Let me see. I think I'm ready to, I painted my sides because most of these green colors, everything except the emerald green and the turquoise green are transparent, very transparent. So I painted my sides so that I could get good side coverage. So I'm going to start pretty close to the edge. That was another thing that I didn't want to have to stretch too much, so I am going to pour these all the way to the edges. I'm going to come in, I think, with just going in between those areas. Okay. And that was another thing. You know, my gold was just right on top, and I just feel like, ooh, this is a pretty color green. I think this green may change the feel of this entire painting. Okay, I saved some of my other green. I think I'm going to save my Brilliant Green for the top. Maybe I go in now with the gold and just do it very lightly, not so much everywhere. I still feel like that was a lot. Okay, now I'm just trying to come in those areas where I don't have much paint. Trying to cover the whole canvas. I want to make sure that I have some for down here. I don't know, I kind of like these greens a little bit better. Changing up just a couple of your colors can really change the painting. Okay, my turquoise green, I probably shouldn't have saved this one for last either, but this is just a tiny bit more muted. I made this turquoise green instead of coming straight out of the tube. So now I'm going to come back in. I saved this green so that I could come back in over top any areas that I felt like needed it. And I want the green to be the star of the show. And this phthalo green is so pretty. Now I will do just tiny little bits of my pearl green because it's really going to take on the colors that are underneath it. So now I'm hoping that this is enough gold. We will see I didn't even use the entire, I used all of my other greens, but I did not use that gold. So let's see. It'll be interesting to see the comparison at the end of the video. When I show you the dried result, I will show you what they both look like. So, all right. So first things first, I think I am going to, well, I'm going to torch for sure. My phthalo green I just made this morning, so that had some air bubbles in it. All right, let's go ahead and get to swiping here. I've got my big palette knife that I'm going to use. I am swiping with white. I feel like the gold is still taking over. Like, I did not put that much in there. It's spreading. Let's see. This may come out looking exactly like the other one did. All right. Oh, duh. I need to stretch it to its sides first. Goodness. All right, so I am just going to tilt it over the sides. I definitely have enough paint to do that. And it helps to even it out a little bit too for these like full canvas swipes that I've been doing. I, again, just really like this the way it is. It's so funny. Okay, bringing it over the sides here. Down there, over the sides. I really do just think these are really pretty just as is. Go slow. I was going really fast there at the beginning. You want to go slow to give the cells time to populate. Touching down is like so nerve-wracking sometimes. Oh, I didn't make it all the way over to that edge, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. That is very pretty though. Okay, the sides are always just the hardest on these to make sure that you cover them, but also to not tilt the horizontal lines off. And you can let me know if you've tried this technique before. This one, I will say, is actually harder than it looks, in my opinion. Okay. Gonna leave a little bit of space there. And I wonder how these pearl paints are gonna come out in this one. Oh, again, lifting up at the end. I am gonna have to stretch that out. I just need to go straight across. I wanna leave a little bit of space there for that beautiful green color to come through. All the way off the edge. Okay, there we go. This time I drug that gold on through there, go all the way to the end. Yeah, I just don't know. Do I like this one better than the other one? I don't know. I dripped. Ah! To keep reminding myself to go slow. Oh, I picked up at the end again. Okay. Oh my gosh, I am a mess. I'm a mess, I'm a mess. I just cleaned up my studio too. I clean it up just to dirty it again, so. Ugh. Okay. My dad would be so mad at me. I used to paint. My dad painted houses and, buildings his entire life. He was a painter. And when I used to go with him, I would help him. I was, one of his employees when I was much younger. And I would always get paint up on the handle of the paintbrush. And he would get so mad. He's like, "How are you so messy?" I'm like, "Dad, if you could see me now." All right, let's stretch this. Again, I have actually really good coverage to both ends, so I really don't need to do much at all with tilting, I don't think, except just to the sides. Just gonna go horizontally across. Where that white paint was, it's almost like it got stuck. Okay, bring that side back down. Get it over that edge. Now, I will bring it straight back across this way. I don't know, this one's really pretty. I might turn it the other way. It's easier for me to tilt away from my body. I don't know, this one's very much more green. It's very, very pretty. And the gold did not take over. So that is awesome. And I don't have much white on this side, so I just need to get it just right over. Okay, let me see if I can do this without dropping it or messing up the sides. All right. Okay, back this way. And I had a good amount of paint on there this time that it wasn't like too crazy to tilt to get it to both sides. I think I'm done. I think I really like it. I think it's going to dry darker. The gold did not take over. I have these really pretty cells here in the corner. I think I just want that one little spot of white gone. The white that's right there in the middle is actually pearl green. Let me wipe off because I will spill it. This right here is pearl green, so that's going to dry a pearl color. Maybe the one thing that I'll do is just take this and drag it up through there and drag it over there. Okay, this part right here is going to be pearl green. This is pearl green. All right, I'm happy. I'm not going to fiddle. I'll touch up my sides and I'll show you. I'm really happy with this one. The cells are actually more apparent here and they stretched out, or the lacing, I should say. The gold did not take over. I love the greens that I used and they're gonna dry a little bit darker. I can't wait to see what the pearl green color comes through as. I'm very happy with this one. Let's see how this one dries. I must say I'm very happy that I redid this one because I like this one, must I say, better than the other one. The colors are so pretty. The gold didn't take over this time. The different variations of greens I feel like is just perfect. I love the lacing that's through there. The pearl colors, the pearl green, you can kind of see it showing up, but it's very minimal. It's just very subtle. It just makes it a little bit shiny. I love this one. All right, let me show you next to the other one. I varnished the other one so it's a little bit shinier, but you can see how much the gold took over in that one and just how it's just these small, tiny changes that can completely change the composition of a painting. Let me see if I can get you back far enough to show you. Much lighter greens, not as much contrast, more gold in this one. I don't know if she'll take both of them, but this is definitely the winner for me. All right. Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying these videos still. Happy painting. Bye.